Right, so we'll start standing at the top of, at the back of your mat today. So Jane, if you've just got on, have a little strap handy and a block. But yeah, standing at the top of your mat, you can have a little look at your feet, just make sure the feet are a nice space apart. You can lift the toes up and then press the toes down and then see if you can lift the heels up. Feeling nice and strong through the ankles, just rocking forwards and back, lifting the toes up and then lifting the heels up. Let's try that a few more times. Just seeing if you can find a nice central place where the feet feel quite strong, quite supported. Good. And then really trying to spread your toes, almost like you've got duck's feet. And take the weight all the way over to the right foot. And we're going to let the weight move into your toes, over towards the left side, and then back into the heels. Okay, so it's quite a subtle little movement. We're taking the weight into the toes, over to the left side, back into the heels, trying not to fall, and then over to the other side. Just keep going in that little circle. And notice how different muscles take over as you go in this circle. And then we'll take it the other way. I'm already feeling tired in my legs. Definitely a nice way just to explore all those different muscles in your legs and getting used to feeling the feet grounded. Now try and find somewhere where it's central, where you've got the weight through the pads of the feet, the toes, and the heels of the feet. And draw your kneecaps up, draw your quads up, tuck your tail a little bit, and just draw the belly button back and rest your hands down by your side. And you can just let your eyes close for a moment, top eyelids dropping onto the bottom eyelids. Take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. I'm going to breathe in 3 parts. So breathe in just the first part. Breathe in the next part. And then breathe in all the way to the top. And then open mouth, exhale, let it out. And again, 3 parts. Breathing in first part. Breathing in the next part. All the way to the top. And then open mouth, exhale, let it go. Last time, breathing in 1 part. Breathing in the next part. And filling all the way to the top. And then open mouth, exhale, let it go. Now just breathe in and out through your nose, just naturally, normally. And hopefully you still feel strong in your feet and in your legs. You can keep your eyes closed and bring your hands into fists and just start to circle the fists. And then circle them the other way. Now breathing in, press the hands down towards the floor as you send the crown of the head up towards the sky. Okay. Now as you breathe out, fold over towards the right side, lowering the right hand down towards the floor, keeping that left arm nice and strong. Lifting yourself back up and then going the other way. Left hand sliding just down the outside of that left leg and feeling the stretch to the side. Bringing it all the way back to the center. Now bring your chin to your chest. Oops. Round through the spine. Keep the fists pointing downwards. And then keep rolling through the spine as the fists slide down your legs. Your fists might reach the floor here, and once they do, you can inhale and lift the head and chest up. And then exhale and fold it forwards. And then chin to chest as you roll all the way back up. Lifting up through the crown of the head as the hands press down, and we're going to fold over towards the right side. Feel the stretch there through the left side. Coming back to the center, and then we'll lean over to the other side, pressing down through the knuckles, through the fists. And then bringing it back to the center. Your chin to chest, round through the spine. So imagine the hands sliding down your legs, rounding into the back, just feeling the day in your spine there. Maybe hands touch the floor or hands on your shins, and then inhale, lift the head and chest up. And then exhale and fold forwards. Roll your way up. Last thing to come up is the head. Release the hands, press your palms together and lift the arms up to the sky. Stretch the front of the hips. And then exhale and fall forwards, now hinging from your hips. Releasing the hands, breathe in, lift the head and chest up. And then as you exhale, just walk the hands to the top of your mat into that plank pose. Yeah. Walk your feet to your hands, just see how far you can get, keeping your bum nice and low. And then just walking your feet all the way back. Walk your hands back towards your feet now. Hips go up high. And then chin to chest as you roll your way up. Last thing to come up is the head. Press your palms together, lift the arms up, stretch the front of the hips here. And then exhale and fold it forwards, hinge from your hips. Get hands to the floor, breathe in, lift the head and chest up. And then exhale, walk the hands to the front of the mat. Find that plank pose for a moment. Keeping your bum low, try and walk your feet to your hands. You might not get all the way there, that's fine. And then take the feet all the way back. So last time, walking your hands towards your feet. Sending those hips up high. And then rolling up through the spine. Last thing to come up is the head. Go press the palms together, lift the arms up, push the thighs forwards, hips forwards. And then exhale and fold, hinge from the hips. Breathing in, lift the head and chest up. This is your last one, walk the hands forwards. Find that plank pose. Walk your feet to your hands, just firing up that core a little bit. And then walk the feet all the way back. From here, lower your knees to the floor and release your feet. Now feel the chest draw forwards here. And you're just going to let the elbows bend and hover for just a moment, not going too low. And then straighten the arms. Okay, now keep tucking the tail, belly strong, elbows brush, just hover. Push back up. 2 more times, elbows brush just by the rib cage, chest forwards, arms strong. Come back up. Last one. Elbows brush. Don't go too low if you can't come back up again. And then straighten. Good. Take the hips back and grab onto the mat with the hands so you get that extension through your spine there. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good. Looking forwards, come up onto all fours. Let the belly sink. Bend your arms. Let your chest rest in between your hands. Chin on the floor. Again, just relax there for a moment. Feel the shape of your spine. And then we'll let the legs lie flat onto the floor. Lift your chest up just a little, keeping those elbows bent. And then lower your belly back down onto the mat. Okay, now you can rest your head on your hands and just give those shoulders a little bit of a shake. We'll get into the shoulders a little bit more. Right arm out to the right side. And so I'm making sure it's in line with your right shoulder. Left hand pressing down And then just take that left leg back. Rest the foot behind your right leg and then rest the head on the floor there. Breathing in. And breathing out. If you've had a heavy day on the laptop, this is a perfect pose for you. And then lowering the belly back down onto the mat. Bringing that right arm in and then going for the left arm. Right fingertips pressing into the mat and then we peel right hip back on top of left. Relax the head into the floor. That's it. Good. Breathing in. And breathing in. Taking the belly back down onto the mat, well done. And then bringing that left arm in. So now you can just take a minute, shake out those shoulders there. And then have the hands underneath your shoulders. Just push back into your child's pose. Big breath in as you draw the head chest forwards. And long breath out. Come up high onto, come up onto all fours. Tuck your toes under. Let's come up into your first downward dog now. Yes, you're lifting the hips up and squeezing the heels towards the floor. Wiggle the hips. It's always nice just to get into those legs. Nice little wiggle there. And you can hover your right foot off the floor. Just draw a few circles with the right ankle. Circle it the other way. Okay, and let's do the same with the leg. Okay, so bending the knee and then opening up the hip and drawing a big circle with that right knee. We're just trying to wake up the body a little bit. I'm going to circle it the other way. You could try now drawing a figure of 8. So taking the right knee over to the left elbow, over to the right elbow, and then all the way back up to open up the hip. And try that a few times. Just a little figure of 8. Exploring the hip. Maybe your last one now. Good. And then we can lower the right foot next to the left foot. We just hover the left foot off the floor, draw little circles. Arms are getting a little bit of work here in your downward dog as well. Now you're bending the left leg, taking the knee up to the sky, and a big circle. Explore that circle. Circle it the other way. Good. And then you've got your figure of 8. Left knee to right elbow, over to the left elbow, and then sweep it back up. Or any number that you want to create. I'm thinking figure of 8. It's not a real figure of 8, but it's maybe almost. Last one. Good. Lower the left foot next to the right. And we come up high onto the toes. Just roll yourself forwards into that plank pose. And then lower the knees to the floor. So let the elbows brush the rib cage, but you're going to push right back up again. And then straighten. 3 more of them. Elbows brush. Push right back up. Don't go too low if it's hard to come back up. Okay, last 2. Push back up. And last one. Good, push back up. Excellent. Where your hands are, put your elbows. My new favorite little back opener. Interlace the fingers, lower the thighs, the hips, pubic bone, keep the chest lifted, draw that chest forwards. Inhale. And exhale. Excellent, good. All right, lower your belly back down onto the mat. Hands down, forehead onto your hands. And again, just give yourself a moment, shake out the shoulders. All right, so you're going to bend both legs in. Have your toes touching and open your knees a little bit wider. You can reach back with your right hand for your right foot. And then reach back, left hand, left foot. Now if you want to do one leg at a time, that's totally fine. Yeah? So you're breathing in, forehead is on the floor. Again, as you breathe out, lift the head, lift the chest, Push the feet into the hands. Get that little opening through your chest there. You must need it after your day. Now, if you've got not too much in your belly, then you can rock forwards and back. And then release the legs. Rest the forehead on the hands and shake out those shoulders. So bring the hands underneath your shoulders. Push back into a downward facing dog. Squeeze those heels down towards the floor once you get there. Lift your right leg to the sky. And then bring your right knee into your nose. Right foot will land inside your right thumb. Now I want you to bring your back foot in just one step and ground the back heel on a little 45-degree angle. Inhale, lift your chest forwards. And then exhale, you're going to slide your right arm inside your right leg and try and catch hold of the outer left leg, maybe up by the knee, by the calf, or down by the ankle. And then we creep the left fingers forwards. The left hand could be on a block if you wanted to. You can try and pull yourself through. Can that right hip hook back? Yeah, if you need to adjust this, that's fine. Hold it there. Breathing in. That's it, looking good. And breathing out. Well done, release that. And then we're going to slide your left leg all the way back to the mat, the back of the mat. Lower the knee, draw the chest forwards. Feel the stretch to the front of that left hip. Good. So tuck in the back toes, lift your back knee up off the floor, front foot moves to the back. That's it, now you can drop your knees. Otherwise, draw your chest forwards. Elbows brush, just hover. Push back up. And again, elbows brush, you don't have to go low. Push back up. One more, elbows brush. Push back up and then take the hips up and back, downward facing dog. So lift the left leg up to the sky. And then we can bring that left foot inside the left thumb. And you can bring your back foot in just one step, turn the back toes out slightly. Inhale, draw the chest forwards. Now you can have your hand on the block here, right hand on the block. And the left hand is going to slide in between your left leg. And try and catch hold of maybe just outside of the right knee, calf, or ankle. Yeah, depending on your flexibility today. And it is early in the class, so it's a big stretch. Right fingers creep to the top of the mat. And then the challenge is to bring your left hip back and try and squeeze your right hip forwards as you twist. Yeah, and there's all variations of that. Your hand can be on the block, hand can be up higher, and maybe not even reaching. Yeah, so they're all different variations. And then release, bring the left hand back. And begin to slide your right leg back. Lower the knee. Well done, come up onto the fingertips, lift the head and chest up. Just feel that nice stretch there to the front of the right hip, right thigh. Good. All right, tucking your back toes, lifting your back knee, and then front foot to the back. Now you can drop your knees, or you can stay with the knees off, and the elbows brush. Don't go too low if you can't come back up. And straighten. Okay, two more. Elbows brush, knees down, it's totally fine. And straighten. Last one. Elbows brush. And straighten. Take the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Squeeze those heels down. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Lower the knees to the floor. Sit back into your heels. Catch hold of your block now. Okay, going to place the block on. It's kind of medium edge like this in the center of the mat. Okay, take the hands now just forwards of the block a little bit and tuck your toes and lift your knees off the floor. So I'll show you the first time. Your chest is going to draw forwards. Your heels are going to push back. The elbows are going to bend and you're going to rest the block just in between your chest there. Okay, and then you're really going to work on getting those hands right below the elbows and squeezing those shoulders down the back, pushing through the hands to lift up into your plank pose from there. Okay, so let's give it a go. Hands just forwards of the block. Yeah, you'll probably adjust it once you get there. Coming forward so your body is over the block. And then bend your elbows and lower your chest onto the block. So the center of the chest lands on the block. That's it. And then you can adjust your hands. So if those hands aren't right below the elbows, adjust them. And feel the heels pushing back. You can rest there. It's quite nice, right? And you can work on tucking the tail. Yes. Now try push through the hands and your feet come up in a plank. Don't worry if you don't get there. Yes, oh man. And then take the hips up and back, downward facing dog. All right, last time. We'll come forwards into that plank pose. Chest forwards. Elbows brush. Rest on the block. Adjust those hands. You can see I need to. Squeeze the shoulders back and then work on tucking that tail under. Push through the hands and feet. Come up through your plank. Or not. Yeah, you might just drop the knees and then push up, which is fine. And then hips up and back into that downward facing dog. Breathing in and breathing out. Lower the knees to the floor. Sit back into your heels. Shake out anything that needs shaking there. And you're going to catch hold of your strap. Don't worry if you've not got a strap. You can still do this. Loop the strap. So we've got like a little hole. Yeah. And you want the hole to measure the length of your shoulders. Yeah. So you do a little buckle thing. And then we'll bring the strap over the tops, the arms, have them quite close to your elbows. Okay, so I'll just hang tight for you guys to get that organized. Yeah, make sure that the metal bit isn't close to your skin. Are you all getting there? Yes. So coming back into that, and we can keep the block there. Yeah, so planting the hands, just forwards of the block, tucking your toes and lifting your knees off the floor. Draw your chest forwards. Now, as the elbows bend backwards, you should feel the strap just below your chest. Yeah, so your chest won't go onto the block now. It should kind of hover off there. Straighten the arms and take the hips up and back, downward dog. Yes, how did that feel? Let's try it again. Coming forwards into plank. Yeah, so if you haven't got the strap, don't worry, you can just lower down onto the block or lower until the strap supports you. You all right, Hazel, got it? And then from there, try and push up, use those triceps. Yes, nice. And then hips up and back. Good. One more time. Feel the strap rest right below your chest. As you lower down, elbows brush the rib cage. Maybe you rest on the block. Yeah, maybe you feel the strap there supporting you. And then push up and then take those hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Oh, lower the knees. Sit back into your heels. Did that help? I hope that's helpful. Just to get that strength there in your triceps. So we're going to use this strap again in a moment and you can pop the block to one side. So let's just get into a little bit more movement and then we're going to explore that a bit more. We're coming up onto all fours. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back into that downward dog shape. And we'll lift the right leg to the sky, bend the knee and open up the hip. Bring your right foot inside your right thumb and then come up into a high lunge. Lift your arms up. All right, so now like you did earlier, bring the hands down by your side and press the knuckles down towards the floor. Inhale, lift your chest up. And as you exhale, just lean to the right. Round into your back, chin to chest. Keep the knuckles pushing down. Take it over to the left. And then slightly lift the chest as you take it back. Good. Take the arms up to the sky and then grind the back heel into your 45 degrees. That's it. Walk the front foot forwards a bit. Find your warrior two. And then flip the front palm, reach it forwards. Take it back. Breathe into this right side. Big circle, right hand comes down. Big circle, left arm up and over. Pick your back heel up. Now you're going to take your right foot to the back of the mat. Hips up to the sky. And then you can lower one elbow down. And then the other elbow down. So you come into this dolphin pose, pushing through the hands. Imagine you've got a strap around your elbows as you squeeze the hips to the sky and the knees can be bent. You straighten the arms, lifting the left elbow, then the right. Come up high into the toes and roll yourself forwards into your plank. Imagine you've got the block or the strap. Elbows brush, hold. Cobra up dog, lift the head, chest up. Yes, take it up and back, downward facing dog. And from here, we'll lift the left leg to the sky. You can bend the knee, open the hip. Left foot lands inside left hand. Come up into that high lunge. Arms come up. Good, now take the hands down. Knuckles pressing down. Yeah, so the shoulders drawing away from the ears. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lean to the left. Whoops. Round into the back, chin to chest, I'm wobbling. And then take it over to the right. And then slightly lift the chest to the sky. And lift your arms up. Now drop the back heel, 45. Adjust your front foot. You want the front heel in the middle of that back foot. Flip the front palm, reach it forwards, and then take it back and breathe into that left side. Big circle, left hand down. Big circle, right arm up and over. We'll pick the back heel up, and then take your left foot to the back of the mat. Hips up into down dog. So now we did one elbow at a time before. Can you try and do two elbows? It's just an option. One elbow at a time is fine. You squeeze your elbows down and in. Yeah, one at a time or both at the same time. Breathing in. You can have your knees bent here in dolphin. Yeah, but feel the tailbone lift up. Straightening maybe one arm at a time or both arms at the same time. And then bring yourself forwards into your plank pose. Elbows brush. Now remember where the strap stops you, where the block stops you. Then come through into Cobra up dog. And meet me in your downward facing dog. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good. Lower the knees to the floor, guys. Well done. Sit back into your heels. You can take the arms behind you. Interlace the fingers and squeeze your shoulders back. Inhale into your chest. And exhale. Let your right ear fall to the right shoulder here. Squeezing the left shoulder away. And bring the head to the center, lower left ear towards left shoulder. Squeeze the right shoulder away. Bring the head back to the center, release the hands. And you're going to place your right hand on the outer left leg, left fingertips behind, and just start to twist here. Let your left ear fall towards the left shoulder as you twist. Coming back to the center, left hand on the outer right leg, right fingertips behind you. Think about getting taller as you twist. And then right ear towards the right shoulder, getting that lovely stretch there through the left side. All right, releasing, coming back to the center. Press into your palms, so you're going to lift your feet up. Now, if you want, use your block underneath your heels so you can kind of chill out here a little bit because we're going to be in this shape a little while. But if you're okay without it, then keep it away. Let's squeeze your legs together, squeeze your feet together, bring your hands heart center. We practiced this last night and probably this morning as well. So twist towards the right side and then lower the left elbow outside of your right leg. Push down to the top hand to bring the center of your chest towards your thumbs. Breathing in and breathing out. Notice the shape of your arms. Yeah, we're still in that 90-degree shape, still in that chaturanga shape. Coming back to the center and then twisting to the other side. Right elbow on the outer left leg, pressing down to the top hand. That's it, and just getting into the twist. Breathing in, breathing out, squeeze the legs together. Keep pressing down. Good, release. Take the hands to the floor and then just rock forwards and back. We'll give a bit of blood flow into those feet, those legs. And you could even sit the bum onto the floor, maybe just give those legs a little bit of a shake out. Yeah. I look like a baby crying or in a tantrum. So we're going to roll back onto the feet. If you want to use that block, use it. But we're also going to use our strap. Okay. Don't worry if you're not going to use the straps, fine. You can also maybe use a scarf and tie it up. Okay, so taking the strap back to where it was before, just above the elbows. And you're going to twist now towards the right side. Yeah. And lower your hands so the fingers face away. Now squeeze the arms into the strap. So it's like you're trying to separate the strap. And lift your hips up. Bend the arms. Try and get the back elbow underneath the back hip. That strap is supporting you there. Maybe your feet float off the floor. Maybe not. That's it, good. Try and bend the arms a bit more there, Pauline. That's it, Leah. Go on, Teresa, get that back arm in there. Lift your head earlier. Yes, that's it. Yeah, try bending your arms there more, Pauline. Yeah. Squeeze both knees together and then you're there. Yes, well done. And then come back to the center. We're going to try change sides. Okay, so taking the hands to the other side, letting go of any victories or any not happenings. No, just being here. So fingers facing the left side. You want to bend your arms into that 90-degree shape. You want to feel the arms pushing into the straps. And if you haven't got the straps, doesn't matter. You're just trying to get brave by putting weight into your hands. That's it, good, explore it. Find that side pro there. Yeah, look at that, Hazel. Beautiful. Coming back to the center. Good. And then just maybe you want to sit on your bum for a minute and shake out your legs. You know, I'm a bit weird. I can stay there for a while. Yeah. We're going to keep this strap. Yeah. And don't worry if you're not using the strap. It's fine. We still can do all these things. So we've got the hands on the floor now, just in front of your knees. I'm going to use these to help us with our Vikasana, yeah, with our crow pose. Palms flat, elbows bend, lift the hips up. And you want to put the knees now just on top of your elbows. You can push the elbows into the strap. You can hover there, fingertips pressing down, and then maybe one foot lifts up, maybe the other foot lifts up. But let the strap do the work by pushing the elbows away from each other. Yeah, that's it. Good. Let the strap do the work. Good. Keep the chest gazing forwards. Nice, Teresa. Looking good. Hold it there. Well done. Yeah, and you might not get the feet off the floor just yet, and you may well face plant the floor as well, and that's totally fine. As long as you don't hurt yourself, that's okay if the floor isn't that far away. Good. Then when you're done, you can lower the feet down. You can sit back into your heels and just take a minute. So The strap helps a lot with those things. Yeah, really does help a lot. We're going to continue now, but if you've got the strap, we're going to keep hold of that, keep it nearby. I'm going to lay down onto our backs. Reaching the arms forwards, actually catch hold of your block, and then just before we get there, we'll have the block behind your shoulder blades, just so we can prepare to come into wheel, or practice our wheel anyway. Okay, so arms go up and over your head. Let the backs of the hands rest on the floor. Let the shoulder blades press into the block, and just feel now that extension through your upper back. We're breathing in. And breathing out. It's getting the upper body used to this different shape, especially after a day of work. Yeah, and ready then to move into your bridge and then your wheel. So with the feet flat and the knees bent, just push the shoulder blades into the block and lift the hips up a little bit. You can have a little wiggle with the hips from side to side, another figure of 8 if that image works well for you. And then lower the tailbone back onto the mat. We'll just roll over to one side, catch hold of the block, lay your back onto the mat, and now lift your hips up, and we're going to place the block on its medium edge underneath the sacrum. So just exploring now that the other curve in the spine. You can have your arms up and over your head. And just enjoy the weightlessness of your hips and the shape of your spine. So you're breathing in and breathing out. And then push down through your feet, and we'll lift the hips up. And then turn the block on its lower edge and just let the sacrum rest on the block there, just because it feels comfortable. Okay, so now if you've got your strap, catch hold of it, and you're going to place it right back where you had it before. And if you haven't got the strap, you're still doing the same action as us. Yeah, so it's fine. You're trying to separate, pushing the arms into the strap. Hopefully you've managed to buckle it the right way. And then just take the hands by your ears, fingers there towards the shoulders. So you might have the strap on the forehead there, so don't worry about that. But feel the elbows try to separate away from each other. Yeah. And if you haven't got the strap, then you're just thinking about that resistance there. Feeling the strength through the palms of the hands. Okay, so now, big breath in. And as you breathe out, push down through your feet, lift your hips up. And now start to press down through your hands and keep squeezing the elbows into the strap as you lift your chest up. Now, it might not happen, but you're pressing through your hands and opening up trying to press the elbows into the strap. Good, and then you can lift the head up and then lower yourself back down. And then just release the arms for a moment. Okay, so how did that feel, guys? I'm hoping that it helped. So now, if you felt all right there, but didn't quite get there, you're going to switch so that you are against a wall. Okay, otherwise, if you haven't got a wall, we just try it again right here. Okay, but if you've got a wall, you take the wrist right to the wall. That's it. And I know you can't really see here, but you have your wrists against the wall, the fingers facing towards your shoulders again, like normal. Yeah, my wall's on a wonk, so I can't do it. But yeah, so you'll have your hands right against the wall here, like so. Yeah, fingers facing forwards. Was it that way? Yeah. So try either just where we were. Lying down onto your backs, fingers towards the shoulders, You might feel the strap there in your forehead. Lift the hips up and then push up. So you want to push the forehead into your strap if you're getting there. And then otherwise, you're doing it with the wall, just against the hands there. Yeah, squeeze those legs together, Leah. Yeah. But use the strap to help you find the difference. Yeah, is that all right there, Hazel? Good, nice, Teresa. Good, keep pressing those elbows. Yeah, lovely. And then when you're ready, come all the way down. I'll post a little picture of what that looks like because I can't show you here to see it. And once you've lowered down, you can take the strap off and just rest it to one side. Good. So have your feet as wide as the mat. Windscreen wiper the legs a little bit. Hug the knees into the chest. I hope you enjoyed kind of workshopping a few different things, mixing up the session a little bit. Hands flat onto the mat, lift the legs up and over the head into your plow pose. Okay, notice then you have the same shape, and same shape with the elbows and the forearms. Yeah, with those hands resting in the lower back. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good, and if you bend your knees, bring your heels into your bottom and then take both feet up to the sky, and you can really feel then the elbows pushing down into the mat and that 90-degree shape with your arms. One more breath. And then when you're ready, lower the feet down behind your head. And then palms flat on the floor. And then we start to lower the spine down vertebra by vertebra. Now you can take the feet to the corners of the mat, arms down by your side. If you want to have a block underneath your sacrum, maybe on its flat edge here, that might be quite nice. Yes. Maybe arms up and over your head. Just whatever feels comfortable. You take a breath in, feel everything inflate. And exhale, let it go. Letting all that information settle in your bodies. Remembering it's not really about that final pose, it's just about the journey along the way. The bigger the journey, the bigger the satisfaction. You're welcome to stay there as long as you like, or begin to breathe a little bit deeper. You can extend the arms above the head and bring your feet together. Do a lovely full body stretch here. If you've got the block there, just taking it away. Hug the knees into the chest, give them a nice little squeeze in. And then roll to the right side into a nice fetal shape. We'll keep the eyes closed as you come up to seated, just to face the camera. Of course, you're welcome to stay in Shavasana if you like. Hands on your knees, feel the sit bones push down and that length all from the tailbone to the crown of your head. Yeah, that lovely strong spine of yours. And we'll bring the hands to the heart center, thumbs into your chest bone. Nice big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Thank you for joining me this evening and playing, workshopping. Namaste. Have a great evening, guys. So I'll take some pictures now, post them on the old stories of all those different shapes. All right. Have a lovely evening. I shall see you soon. Let me know if you've got any questions.